Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back, guys, at Magic. This is Hunter and Steven today. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Just the two of us today because the other two guys are at a concert tonight. So that's pretty exciting, huh?
In memory of Shane. Sup, nerds?
There you go. In memory. So we have actually a handful of cards today. I was not expecting this many cards. Mainly from the Cabaretti crime family. In those colors of green, white, and red. But there are some other colors sprinkled throughout that we need to talk about as well. So let's jump into the first card. This first card is called Rabble Rousing. Rabble Rousing is 4 and a white for an enchantment with Hideaway 5. If you guys don't remember what Hideaway is, you look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile one of them face down, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Then it also says whenever you attack with one or more creatures, create that many 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. Then, if you control 10 or more creatures, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. I think this is probably the best one I've seen so far out of this Hideaway set.
I'll agree with that. I mean, at the end of the day, white and tokens, I feel, just go so well together. I mean, I think just the fact that for 5 mana, you're getting something that when you attack, you're creating a 1/1.
They
The
replenish
upside.
themselves.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And then, like, you have the Hideaway 5, which is basically just an upside. So I think this card's just great in general.
It's on attack triggers too.
And you
So
don't have to deal
it's not even.
damage.
Yeah, exactly. You just attack with them and you get a bunch of blockers.
Yeah, and then I think this has one of my favorite, the fact that it is white. You can just blink it or flicker it, and then just do the Hideaway 5 again.
You
I just,
could, yeah.
I think this is pretty strong.
Flickering is like your favorite mechanic.
Uh, yeah. I mean,
Besides milling.
yeah. I'm really sad I missed yesterday's video.
That mill card was pretty good.
Oh, it's guy going in every deck. Doesn't matter.
Okay. But Rabble Rousing, I think about this card with the Ishin. It makes the attack trigger happen twice, so you get that double the amount of tokens you're making. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, even with how do you think this would work with Adeline too?
Adeline is still just the one. You still only get one, no matter how many you attack with.
Okay.
But as far as just say you attack with all the tokens that you made, right? You made 4 tokens. You attack with those 4 tokens. You're just making 4 more tokens. I think it's the value here is pretty insane.
Agreed.
All right. Next card is Shadow of Mortality. Shadow of Mortality is 13 and 2 black for a 7/7 creature avatar. It says if your life total is less than your starting life total, this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the difference. What do you think about this card?
Uh, I think they're trying to reprint that one card. I'm trying to remember the name of it now, where it's basically its power and toughness were equal to your life total minus X or something like that. You remember that? You know what card I'm talking about?
I don't. I can't think of that.
Oh, it's gonna kill me now. But like basically, I think this is basically just kind of like a little bit of a reprint on it. It costs like 1 black mana, and you could get your life total down to like 5, and it was like a 20/20.
Hmm.
This
Yeah,
card
I
just seems shitty though.
don't remember that one. I tell you what, this would be terrible to have in your opening hand.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it does have the upside that, obviously it is in the color black, which basically means that you can do a lot of damage to yourself.
True.
But at the end of the day, for a 7/7, I just like, what's the point?
Yeah, for getting your life total down that low to make this even castable, say you're playing in standard, right? And if you want to cast this just for 2 black, you need to be at 7 life. If I'm at 7 life and I'm casting a 7/7 for 2, am I winning? I don't think so.
I would, I mean, listen, man, don't put yourself down like that. You could probably do it, but not with this card.
Yeah, not a fan. Cool, not a fan.
Artwork, sick.
The artwork is dope. I like it a lot. All right. Next up, we've got another Ascendancy. This is Cabaretti Ascendancy. Cabaretti Ascendancy is a red, green, white for an enchantment. States at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. If you don't, you may put it at the bottom of your library. So it's got a cool little scry feature.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I think this will see play.
100% we'll see play. I think just the fact that you're able to scry, and you don't even have to. I mean, so hold on. Let's reread this. The beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature, planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put that card in your hand. So it doesn't even. That's after. That's
Or
before
draw.
your draw. So you
Yep.
get to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Like, granted, you reveal the one, but at the end of the day, let's say you don't like it, put it at the bottom of your library, draw your regular card, and then try again next turn.
Yep.
Like
It
for
also helps
3
you
mana.
look for an answer.
Yeah, this is great. I think enchantments are so strong.
Yeah, hey, maybe you'll throw this in your enchantment theme deck, huh?
It is literally all enchantments, and it will be going in. Yes, it will.
All right. Next card is Aven Heartstabber. Aven Heartstabber is a blue and a black for a 1/1 creature bird assassin. It's got flying. It says as long as there are 5 or more mana values of cards in your graveyard, Aven Heartstabber gets +2/+2 and has Death Touch. When Aven Heartstabber dies, mill 2 cards, then draw a card.
This is like the reverse Soaring Thought Thief.
I don't know if I like this card at all.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I do like the fact blue black bird assassin. Uh, I I don't know. This
The
is
2
cool,
mana
but
1/1 until you have specifically 5 or more mana value cards, which is I feel like that's so hard to do in standard.
I'll agree.
How many different mana value cards are you running in standard?
Not much.
Think about the main deck in standard right now, which is mono white. You're running 1-drops, 2-drops, and 3-drops. 4-drop maybe with a Legion Angel. But
I
that's
mean,
still not
at the
5.
end of the day, this is still 2 mana for a 1/1 flyer that has maybe upside later on, and then
When
at the
it
end of the
dies.
day,
Yeah.
you draw a card and then you mill 2 cards. Like, this would be kind of cool for some graveyard recursion, but still for 2 mana for a 1/1. I think there are other cards that do it better. I'd rather have like a Shambling Gas. You know what I mean?
True.
There's
Yeah,
better
this
upside on death than this.
just in these colors too, especially with Kamigawa, you've got ninjas. Ninjas are way better than this one card.
I mean, they're also way better assassins.
Facts.
Cool name though.
Aven Heartstabber. It is a very cool name. All right, let's
Stab
move
me
on
in the
to
heart with its effects. Awful.
exactly. We got a Nightmare Angel. This is Angel of Suffering. Angel of Suffering is 3 and 2 black for a 5/3 creature Nightmare Angel. It's got flying, and it says if you would be dealt damage, prevent that damage and mill twice that many cards.
Oh my god.
So you can't die,
Yeah.
but at the
You,
same time,
mm,
you're milling quite the library.
I mean, I don't know why, but does this card scream David to you?
I don't know if it screams David.
Slight whisper.
He as much as David likes combos and everything, he doesn't like to mill himself. He doesn't like to throw too much in the graveyard. Doesn't run too much recursion decks.
I think for a recursion deck, this would be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. There's a
Now,
way to
granted,
get your entire graveyard back into your deck.
there's tons of ways.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Tons of cards that once they hit the graveyard, you just shuffle your graveyard back into your library.
I think the unfortunate part about this card, though, is that for 3 toughness, super easy to kill.
I will agree with that. I just, man, I feel like it's the pot calling the kettle black. I love milling people, but I don't like mill myself.
Please don't mill myself.
Please don't do it to me. Me.
Please. Yeah, I don't think I like this card very much. I think it's
I
too
think it'll
easy
be
to
cool.
kill. Some fringe. It's one of those mythics that I think are just it's gonna suck opening.
I mean, yeah, but when you draw this card, you're literally put into one lane of traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to open at a pre-release or sealed.
I don't want to open this.
No,
No.
I think it's a big beater. A 5/3 flyer in the air. Make
I
your
mean,
opponent deal with it.
yeah, but like, I don't want to talk about this too much. I don't like it.
All right, we'll talk about this next card. This is Rescue Expert. Rescue Expert is 2 and a white for a 3/2 creature human rogue. It has lifelink. It says when it enters the battlefield, return target creature with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature can't attack or block while you control Rescue Expert. So essentially, get back a mana value 2 or less that has a good ETB. Not bad.
Not great.
I think what the professor of symbology is a good target to get back to
Just to
learn.
get some land and learn.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, how often are we actually? I guess in standard, I mean, obviously the learn cards have been pretty popular, but like if we're talking about any other format, like how popular is learning?
You can't. You're not allowed. It's illegal in
Yeah,
Commander.
point taken. Like this is very like very standard. I don't know. I think this would be cool, but at the same time, maybe it's just because I'm a commander nerd and I just love it. But
Yeah. I mean, you can blink. Let's say another format. You can blink back Mom. Mom doesn't usually block anything, but you can sacrifice Mom again to save something else.
that's true. It doesn't say you can't activate abilities.
Bingo. I don't know. I think
Bingo.
there might be a little. Maybe bring back Solemn. Get a land when it dies again. Draw a card.
True, and I guess you can re-blink this in and just continue to get it over and over again.
Mm-hmm. There you go, dude. Flicker. It's your favorite effect.
Yep. I bring it up a lot. I feel like I gotta stop. The artwork here is they're definitely related.
You're saving someone, dude. Get it 2 or less. It's a child. All
Weak.
right. This next card is Treasure Truck. Treasure Truck is 3 and a red for a 5/5 artifact vehicle. It has trample and says whenever Treasure Truck deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token for each artifact they control. It's got a crew cost of 3. I think I saw someone write this is basically dockside vehicle, which I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not getting artifacts for every player on the table, as Dockside
Well,
would do.
dockside is just a 1 player.
I thought when you play him in I thought it was everybody on the table when you play him in Commander too.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously Dockside's extremely expensive. This is like a little bit of a cooler, more cheaper way, especially if you know break this in a pack early. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's a tons of like artifact themed decks right now, so I think this would be really cool for just a nice little bit of ramp, especially in red.
True. And I guess you are stuck in a lane of how many treasures do you want, depending on who has the most artifacts. Because then you have to deal damage to that player.
Yes.
Luckily, it does have trample, though. So,
Oh, you're gonna get through with that damage.
always coming for you. This next card is called Confident Spy. Confident Spy is 2 and a black for a 2/3 creature vampire rogue. It has menace and lifelink. It has an ability where you can pay 1 to sacrifice another creature. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. It also says at the beginning of your end step, if you have 5 or more different mana values among the cards in your graveyard, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card.
I'm not liking this new thing they're doing.
The 5
The,
mana value thing.
yeah, this is not fun for me.
Very specific. It's so hard to get.
Like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 drop. Like
Yep,
that's
at
just.
least.
I mean, I get it. You know, it's in a color where you're able to like mill yourself pretty decently, but like like why would I want to mill myself to then have to pay 2 life to then draw a card?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a fan of it either. I mean, it's got a cool effect where you can look at the top card of your library, and then if you don't like it, you can put it in your graveyard. But you also have to sacrifice a creature on top of paying the 1, which is annoying.
So like I just
Nothing's for free.
no. I mean, like if I'm gonna sacrifice a creature, I'd rather like for just 2 mana, Deadly Dispute, and then get a treasure token.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
the other thing is you're not even rewarded. Once you get those 5, it's like, oh, you did it. You got 5 different mana values. Now you can also pay 2 life.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing. At least with the Aven Heartstabber, you got +2/+2, and it had Death Touch. So at least you had a 3/3 Death Touch with flying in the air. Like this card, you're just yay.
Yay.
No, I don't. If this card sees play, it won't be in my decks.
Yeah, I'm not going to see it either. Moving on to my favorite card of the day. This is Jinnie Fay, Jetmir's second. Jinnie Fay, Jetmir's second costs a red or green, a green, and a white or green. Yeah, this is so hard to read sometimes. It is a 3/3 legendary creature elf druid. It states if you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. I think this is a dope card, man. I can't talk about it too much as far as a commander aspect because we are going to be coming out with our commander grade video. But I love this card because you can make so many cats and swing in with them. Say you're making a bunch of treasures, you make them cats instead.
Why do they
Or
got to be
dogs.
cats? What's wrong with dogs?
Or dogs, dude, or dogs.
Okay,
It's
okay. I'm
fine.
just saying, like you were giving a
Just
lot of
trying to
love
get
to
in
cats
quick
there for a
damage,
second.
okay?
Yeah, quick damage that has to tap.
True.
You could do some bigger damage that just sits there and pretends and goes. Rrr. I don't know if that sounded good, but I like it.
Urgh.
I mean, this card's great. I mean, I love the color format of it. I love the fact that this can be a commander, which obviously we'll get into the commander grades video later. But I think at the end of the day, just regardless in standard, this is a great card. It's a 3 mana 3/3 with a lot of upside.
Yep, I can see this because as we've seen with this colors, everyone wants. There are just a bunch of 1/1 citizens coming in. Why not bring them in as a 2/2 or a 3/1? It's
Yep,
even better.
exactly. I guess you could say
So,
this card would go really good with that first card we talked about.
yeah, exactly. Whenever you make tokens, dude, any kind of token, make them into a cat or a dog. This next card is Cunning Receiver. Cunning Receiver is a white and a blue for a 2/3 creature human citizen. Speaking of citizens, it says as Cunning Receiver enters the battlefield, you may choose a non-land permanent. The activated abilities of the chosen permanent can't be activated. Cunning Receiver has all activated abilities of the chosen permanent except loyalty abilities. You can spend mana as if it were any color to activate those abilities. That is a pretty sweet card.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So before the video started, Hunter told me that he had one card that was his favorite, and we had just talked about it. It was
Jinnie Fay, dude.
Jinnie Fay, and I didn't see this card, the one that we're talking about now, the Cunning Receiver, and I'm surprised this wasn't your favorite.
It's very good.
This is insanely good.
You just shut off someone's best thing. Let's talk about EDH for a minute. You play this, guess what? I'm shutting off your soul ring.
I mean, this is nuts. Here's my question though. As Cunning Receiver enters the battlefield, you may choose a non-land permanent. The
Mhm.
activated abilities of the chosen permanent can't be activated. It doesn't say anything about until this card dies.
So unfortunately, that is not how it works. It's because once this dies, the non-land permanent turns back on. It's just how magic works.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as excited. I guess if I had an excitement meter, it would have gone from like 105 to like 85. So I'm still
Like
pretty excited.
85. That's it. I
That's
think
it.
I think this card's still incredible.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, at the end of the day, it's still a 2/3 for 2 mana. You basically get to shut off somebody's great card that they have on the field and then basically make it your own.
Yep.
I mean, I don't, other than the fact that this is like target immediately, I don't see a downside here.
Even if, like, I know it says you can't do loyalty abilities, but just shutting off a planeswalker, pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, nice card. Sucks to suck. Like, great, dude.
This next card is Void Rend. Void Rend is a white, a blue, and a black for an instant that says this spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent.
Great card.
Easy to the point.
Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong. 3 mana, kill whatever you want. They can't even do anything about it.
I mean, the only thing they can really do is if it was a creature, give it indestructible. And then, other than that, just be sad, I guess. They can blink it. They can phase it out. That would also suck. With March.
Give it
The
hexproof.
Mist March. Swirling Mist.
Yeah, give it hexproof. Shroud.
Yeah, I could do that too. I don't know. I guess there is ways around this, but
Still great.
not be. This is uncounterable.
I mean, instant speed, uncounterable. I'm in love with it. Plus, the art is just top notch, dude.
The art in this set has been really, really good.
Yes.
Very excited for the art cards.
And moving on.
Let's move on to Halo Trafficker's Stash. Halo Trafficker's Stash is 5 and a green for an artifact. The artifact states lands you control have tap to create a treasure token. Ooh,
This is fucking ridiculously good.
this is so good.
This is just, and in green.
Did you
Oh
want
my
to pair
God.
this with Revel in Riches?
Yeah, I would actually. Thank you.
You're always tapping your unused lands on your opponent's end step.
Can you say Seedborn Muse?
Heatborn Muse, also very good.
Yeah, untap all lands on your opponent's turn, and then pow, tap them again and create that many treasure tokens. Like, oh my God, dude, this is nuts.
Yeah, super easy to power with Revel in Riches and win the game with 10 treasures.
I mean, you could do this early too, man. Like, this is insane to me. Like, the potential's nutty, and I really, I'm getting shivers right now.
Ooh. Yeah. Huge fan. Love this very much. Might be. I know I said what my favorite card was for the day already, but this might be the best card of the day. Debatable, but we'll talk about it at the end.
Maybe.
This next one is Unlicensed Hearse. Unlicensed Hearse is 2 generic mana for a star artifact vehicle. Has an ability where you can tap it to exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Unlicensed Hearse's power and toughness are equal to the number of cards exiled with it. It's got a crew cost of 2. So I read a comment that I thought was very clever. It said scavenging crews.
Oh, what a good comment.
It was very, very clever.
That is extremely
Scavenging
clever.
crews. It is scavenging ooze on a vehicle.
Yeah, but I mean, it does look like it too, which is kind of funny, just like a little bit. But I mean, my thing is though, with Scavenging Ooze, unless I'm mistaken, I think it's just you pay 1 green. You don't even have to tap it though, right?
Yeah, you just pay 1 green and exile a card
Yeah.
from a graveyard. If it was a creature, you put a counter on Scavenging Ooze.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, because like at instant speed, you can tap this, and then if somebody's trying to search through their graveyard, you can just exile 2 cards from that graveyard.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is nice.
In response, I'm tapping
You
this to
don't.
exile 2 cards. However, the downside of this card, well, no, there is no downside. Never mind. It's up to 2.
So here's a question, because like I'm not too familiar with artifacts, or not artifacts, but I'm not too familiar with vehicles per se. So can you do this at instant speed while this is uncrewed?
Yeah, of course. It's still an
Oh
artifact.
yeah, fucking fuego, my guy.
Yeah, it's not a creature until it gets crewed.
Yeah, so to be able to just do that at instant speed, not even crude, I think this is good.
Yep.
You can just literally just like in the artifact zone, just like tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap, make this huge and just go in for like one massive shot.
Yeah, because they can't kill it with creature removal until it becomes crewed. So it'll just sit there for a while, just
Hmm.
slowly growing.
But they might slowly void rend it.
Oh, snap. You are correct. They can hit it with that Void Rend. We have a Pegasus. This is called High Park Pegasus. High Park Pegasus is a green and a white for a 2/1 creature Pegasus. It's got flying and trample. It says whenever High Park Pegasus deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. That last part, you really have to jump through a hoop.
The last part, see, like, this is the first time I've seen this card, so like, you have literally were talking, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. And then you got to that second sentence, and I was like, huh, this isn't that good. Now,
So,
granted, this is in green white, which is not hard to make creatures, and it doesn't say non-token, so it's
right.
not terrible.
I mean, but first off, you have to deal damage with this. I get that it has trample, but it has a toughness of 1. So it's very easy to kill. And you have to have 2 creatures enter the battlefield this turn to draw 1 card. It's too many hoops.
You don't like jumping?
I don't like jumping, man.
No, I don't like jumping either.
No. High
This
Park
card's not
Pegasus.
great.
2 mana, 2/1 flying trampler.
I guess you could say we're going to keep this card parked.
Oh, I get it because High Park, and also we just talked about vehicles. Clever.
I'm here all night, guys.
Yeah. Here's a simple card. This is Incandescent Aria. Incandescent Aria is a red, a green, and a white for a sorcery that states Incandescent Aria deals 3 damage to each non-token creature. Keeps
I
your
mean,
tokens alive.
yeah, simple, to the point, gets the job done.
You better hope it gets the job done.
I mean, I feel like if you're playing this, like, I mean, granted, most of the decks that are coming out now are fucking just token generators out the yin yang. But I mean, at the end of the day, I still think this is a pretty good card.
I don't like this card at all. I
Or just
think,
because it doesn't deal the damage to the non-tokens
well,
or
not
to the
only does
tokens.
it not deal with tokens at all, but 3 damage is just not enough. We've seen a lot of cards, and I mean, granted, we just saw 2/1, but a lot of cards in this set specifically have 4 toughness. Spoiler alert, we're about to see one. But I don't know. 3 damage, is that enough? I don't think so.
I mean, I think
You're
it's
not guaranteed to kill the board. It's not a board wipe.
no, but I mean, like, it could deal. I mean, there are. I guess when you have to think about it as pairing this with another card, then it kind of becomes a little bit. Yeah, maybe if you have to do that, then it's not as good. But if I have to go between like 1 and 10 on this card, I'm probably like at a 7.
If I'm using this card in my hand, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to cast this, and I'm playing against, right now, one of the most popular decks in Standards is Orzhov Token Control. I'm kind of screwed because I'm getting spiders that are tokens. I'm getting little 1/1 soldiers that are tokens from Wedding Announcement, and I'm getting 1/1 tokens that Edgar's making that are vampires. This isn't killing any of those.
No, but I mean, at the same time, like, I think the counter argument there is like, yes, Edgar's making like 1/1 vampires and stuff like that, but do you? Most of the time, they're used for sack outlets for certain things. You know, I don't know. I mean, I see your point. I see my point. I think this card's great. I mean, you're kind of wiggling me down to like a 6/5 now, but I mean, I still think this is pretty cool. Are there cards that do what this card does better? Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
1,000%. I don't like this card. Let's move on.
Fine.
The final card of the day is Fleetfoot Dancer. Fleetfoot Dancer is 1, a red, a green, and a white for a 4/4 creature, elf druid. It's got trample, lifelink, haste. That's it. 4 mana,
Yeah.
4/4 with trample, lifelink, and haste.
I mean, yeah.
Easy enough, right?
I mean, I can't find anything wrong with it. It's easy,
It's weird
simple,
to
to the
think.
point.
It's weird to think nowadays, like this is vanilla. It's very. It's strange not being able to see a card that doesn't have any lines of text. Now it's just like, oh, it's got trample, lifelink, and haste. That's pretty plain.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at this card today. I think I saw it earlier today when I was on lunch at work, and I was just like, yeah, that's cool. And I scrolled past it really fast. I didn't care to read more than the trample lifelink case. I was like, oh, 4/4 for 4, cool. Move on.
4/4.
I mean, I feel like I'm at Wendy's right now, dude.
You want the 4/4?
Yes, chicken nuggets, double cheesy cheddar burger. I'd like barbecue sauce, please.
Perfect. That'll be 1 Fleetfoot Dancer.
Trample over.
Apple over. But that is it for today. Today being Tuesday, April 12th. Another day, another spoiler. They kind of failed at the theme of Cabaretti as we got different colors spread throughout the day. But tomorrow, I'm not sure what crime family we're supposed to see tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see it when we see it.
Maybe they'll spoil it.
Oh, snap.
I'm great. I'm great.
What's your favorite card of the day, Steven, before we leave?
Oh, dude, I don't even have to think about it. It's 100% that card that's written in a different language that we have to look at real quick. Halo Trafficker Stash, I think is what we're calling it, because I guess
Yeah.
it says liquor technically, but we know it's not liquor.
It's definitely Halo.
Liquor. I barely know her.
Oh, good one. I'm still sticking with Jinnie Fay.
Come on, man. Come to the dark
Jinnie
side a little bit,
Fay,
please.
baby. I don't know, man. I've always been a Naya player. Jinnie Fay is speaking to me. And we'll talk more about that card in the Commander video. But for the rest of the video, I just want to say thank you all again so much for 1,000 subscribers. We are stoked to be where we're at. We appreciate all your support. And speaking of support, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, letting us know what your favorite card of today's spoiler was. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you wanted to see all cards spoiled, not just the rares and the mythics like we talk about in all these videos, follow us on our Instagram at GuysThatMagic, because we post all the commons, all the uncommons, all the rares, and all the mythics there as they come out every single day. It's a bit overwhelming at times, but it's all worth it. Also, follow us on our Twitter. That is also at GuysThatMagic. Follow along with different videos if you're not following us here. And until tomorrow, have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Later, nerds.